Hey, can a single mother actually raise a boy to have style with power? Well, we're going to talk about it when we come back. Okay? Okay. Hey, CLM II for Style with Power, the channel that helps empower men through style. And if you're into videos that talks about style, that talks about fashion, that talks about empowerment, and that talks about mindset, well, this is the channel for you. So if this is your first time here, just go down to the screen below, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll know every time we upload a video. Hey, happy Monday, and happy the first Monday in June as we get ready for the hot summer. So the question is, can a single mother actually raise a boy to have style with power? Well, that's been debated for a very long time, especially in the minority community, African American and Latino community, where the fathers are not staying at home with their children as much as other communities. And I am a product of that type of environment because I grew up in a fatherless house also. My mother had myself and 4 girls, so it was 5 of us, and I grew up in a household full of women. So the question is, can a woman actually raise a boy to be a man? To be a man that has style with power? The answer is, absolutely she can. My mother did a fantastic job with me, and there are plenty of women out there who have done fantastic jobs with their young boys and young men and have raised them to be strong, have raised them to have style, have raised them to be righteous, right? So it can definitely be done. But I will tell you, and many men will tell you who grew up in a home without a father, that not having a man around definitely stunted their growth. It definitely hindered them. And those who don't believe it have not evolved. Having men around to help raise young men, young boys, is vital. And it has been found through study that females miss their fathers even more than young men. So having men around to help raise their girls is tremendously vital. Words of wisdom from Steve Harvey. And Steve Harvey did a segment where he was talking to his son, and he had some other young men in the audience. So I'm going to show you a little bit about that video.
My parents got divorced early on, really early on, and my father essentially started his new life without me. And my mother was my best friend growing up. But, you know, without a father figure in the house, it was lonely at times, and she worked long hours, which now I'm thinking may have led to some communication issues I have in relationships. And my girlfriend actually got me to message my half-sister online who didn't know about me for 18 years. And she messaged me back, and it was just so wonderful. And now I'm thinking maybe I should see if I can get in touch with him, but I just, that would devastate my mom. You know, she was the one that raised me. But I don't know, what do you think, Steve?
Okay, I see you shaking your head.
It's not going to jeopardize anything. It's not going to change anything between you and your mother. And I know this firsthand. I didn't really have my dad full-time into my life until I was 16, right? They were moving to Atlanta, and they said, hey, Broderick, we want you to move with us because we really want to bring this family together. Now, in my mind, I've been living in Cleveland my whole life. I've been living with my mom. It's been me and my mom. That's it. In the back of my mind, I'm like, no, it's going to hurt my mom. But at 16, I knew that's what I needed as a man. I needed that connection with him.
Right.
So I 100% stand by you going to open up that conversation, and it's not going to change anything between you and your mother. It's not. She's going to feel some type of way. My mom felt a type of way when I left. Oh, why are you going? He hasn't been here. He wasn't here 16 years. Yeah, I got all that, but I know that's what I need. And I know that's what you need, too. That's what we need as men. Just like how he wants to open up that door and ask for help. This is you. You opening up that door, and you got it right there. You can hop online and do it. You got it. You got that.
You know, man, let me say this to you, too. Like my son said, you don't know what the decision is, what your father was doing at the time, because your mother and father don't work. That don't mean y'all can't work. Right. She might feel a little some kind of way. What you reaching out to him for? Because he your father, and you feel empty without him. That's why. See, sometimes when you grow up, you need to hear both sides. See, you got to hear both sides. You got to have this conversation with your father. We've had this conversation. He had to understand what my decision that I made at 25, come on, man. Come on, 25? I got twins at 25. What I'm doing making decisions. Do you know, man, that at my daughter's, his oldest sister's wedding, at the father-daughter dance, I chose Earth, Wind & Fire's Be Ever Wonderful. We danced the whole record and stood there and cried for 5 minutes. Because I had spent my entire life trying to make up for the mistakes I had made as a young man. But you got to understand, you got to forgive your fathers, because they human too. They made mistakes. They made big mistakes, and some dudes don't know how to come back from the mistake. But know this, though. Their life is in pain without you. Reach out and go, hey, man, this is me now. Look here. Look here. This is what you didn't raise. But let me tell you who I am, though. Right. Let me introduce myself to you. I'm a father now. I got 2 kids. My kids gonna know me. They gonna know me because I didn't know you. But I love you, and I forgive you what you did to me. I just need you to tell me why you did it so I can hear your side of the story. Because we men now. You won't answer. You ain't no little kid. I had to explain to him what happened. This is what happened, man. This is the decision I made. He told me one day, he said, you know what, Dad? I get it now. He said, you ain't belong to us. You belong to the world. He said, that's different. My father belongs to the world. He said, you ain't just mine. I wish you was, but you ain't. He said, but you Uncle Steve to a whole lot of people. Right. He said, but I'm glad you got me now. We good. You feel me?
So, my life's work for many years have been working with young men and young boys, trying to show them ways that they can elevate their life, ways that they can be better in life, ways that they can be great partners for the females out here. I've been in higher education for 20 years. I've seen a lot of the females elevate themselves, but when it's time for graduation, there's just no one out there that they can call their partners, because our men are not graduating at the same rate as our women. School is not for everyone, but young women of education would like to have a lifetime partner who also is willing to work hard and also have some education. You don't always have to go to school to be educated, right? But they would like to know that they have someone who's studious, someone who understands current events, someone who understands that we don't live in a small world any longer. We now live in an international, global world where things are happening all over the world, and it's great to have those type of conversations and know that you can be with someone who can have that type of conversation with you. So as I said, I've been working with young men for a very long time. That's been my life's work, my life's mission. One of the reasons why I started this channel, and one of the reasons why I've started some channels in the past. If some of you know me, you can look up my older videos. I used to have a show called Impacting Lives That Impact the World, where I used to interview individuals who have made a great impact on other people and the world. Also had another styling show. It was called Styling Tips, where I gave out tips to young men on how they can look better. So I just did a combination with this channel, Style with Power. It's just a combination of mindset stuff, empowerment stuff, fashion, and style. Put it all together. And the videos of Steve Harvey, we realized that it's important for us as men to pour into our younger men and let them know that, hey, we can do better. But it starts with you, and if you are a man that has style with power, you need to pass that on to other young people. You need to pour into them, let them know that you're there for them and that you can give them some tips. Well, that's it for this week's segment. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you don't subscribe, don't forget to come and check me out. I do a video every single Monday. You'll definitely see a video up every Monday. I put the video on YouTube. I put the video on Facebook, and I also have a link on Instagram so you can make sure you get to the video, and I also have a link on Twitter so you can get to the video. All right, so that's just been my life's passion, and I hope to always see you guys out there, and spread the word. Share the video, give me a thumbs up, let other people hear these things. And if you're a single mother out there and you need some help with your young man because he doesn't have a man in his life, doesn't have a father in his life, don't be ashamed. Send me a comment. There are resources out here. We can possibly get your young man in front of some older men who will mentor them, help them out. That's what I've been doing. That's what I do in my 9-to-5 job. I run a men's program at my job. I'm always constantly trying to uplift my young men. Okay? See you guys next week.